Good afternoon. The houses that you can see in the distance there are Belvoir Estate, and I know Belvoir Estate very, very well. I taught in Newtonbreed High School for 30 years, and I taught an awful lot of youngsters from Belvoir Estate, and they were good kids. And I'm standing at the entrance to Belvoir Estate's Green Lung. I'm looking over the playing fields and the BB Centre. And this is Belvoir Estate's Green Lung, and it's a green lung for the whole of Belfast. This is Belvoir Park Forest, and it's home of the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds. They have their regional office down here. And I know this forest well. I've walked this forest for years. And we constantly come back to it. I'm coming back to it now with my grandchild. And thousands, literally thousands of people. I mean, you can see for yourself, the car park is well filled, even over lunchtime. But particularly over this COVID lockdown time for the last month, people are coming here in their droves. And you know what? And it's families, it's wee ones, just like your grandchild or your child, and you come here and there's no toilets. There's no toilets. What are you expected to do? You get caught short, or your child gets caught short, or worse still, has an accident, and there's no toilets. And this is a massive forest, and as I say, thousands of people are accessing it every day to get out and get a bit of fresh air and stave off mental health issues and take their dog for a walk. They're cycling, they're jogging, they're walking, and there's no blooming toilets. And I'm saying, do we live in the Stone Age? This really gets up my nose. It really, really does. And you know, I taught, as I say, at Newtonbreed High School, and I came upon this really early on in my teaching career, that there's no toilets in Belvoir Forest. And I phoned Frank Mitchell twice, and Frank Mitchell assured me that he would do something about this, and never heard back from him at all. Maybe he tried, I don't know. And I didn't phone Nolan now. Maybe I should have. But that's the situation, folks. I wrote to the Belfast Telegraph umpteen letters stating the fact that there were no toilets in Belvoir Park Forest. One of our prime forests. It's within the 30-mile limits. It's a working forest, and one of the only working forests in Western Europe that's within the city boundaries, any city boundaries. There's the RSPB office. At least I think it's still open. And I have travelled up and down the country. I used to be a driver. After I quit teaching, I used to be a driver for a fundraiser. I used to be a driver for Action Against Multiple Sclerosis, and we went up the country, and we went into umpteen forest parks. You know, from Omagh to Londonderry or Londonderry stroke Derry City, from the top to the bottom of Northern Ireland. And we went into forest parks, and do you know what? There was toilets. There was toilets. And yet, in our major city, Belfast, Belvoir Forest, no bloomin' toilets. But here's the clincher, folks. Here's the clincher. You see in behind those glass windows there, there's a brand new toilet block. And it hasn't been open for the last 50 years. And I have seen it. I went in round the back here, and some of the kids I was taking round the forest were in need of the toilet. And I had to ask. And they weren't too happy about it. But, you know, you don't want to see a child under pressure. I don't like being under pressure. I need a toilet. And yet there's a brand new toilet block sitting in here, and they won't open it up. And do you know what it's all about? It's all about money. And it's all about 2 government departments, I believe, and they won't share the responsibility of somebody to clean the toilets, or even a step further, man those toilets. You know, you despair. You despair. Not only do they have the toilets here, but they won't open them. So somebody please get your finger out and get toilets. The toilet block that is open, the pristine toilet block. What's the point of a toilet block sitting pristine? There must be, I don't know, at least 10 cubicles in it. You know, could it not be like Castlewellan Forest Park and open the blimmin' toilets? We don't live in the dark age. I'm on a rant. I'm on a rant, folks. This really annoys me. I hate to see youngsters suffering. Oh, Mommy, I need to get to the toilet. Oh, there are no toilets, son. You have to wait till you get home. You can't go in behind a tree these days. You know, you'll be brought up for indecent exposure or something daft. But that's my wee rant about Belvoir Park Wood Forest. Lack of toilets being open. Wonderful place. Belvoir Forest, love it. Please, somebody get those toilets open. We are all human. We need to go to the toilet every so often. This is a scandal. The fact that there are toilets, but they won't open them. And who paid for those toilets to be put there? The public purse. But in this case, the public purse and the public apparently don't appear to matter. It's all about politics. Which department will pay for it? Oh dear.